Hi my dear friends and welcome to K-reef, welcome to the fish room here. For the new people on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, it is for free, so you can follow my journey in this reefing hobby and in this fish room and with my new tank build. And today it is all about the new tank build, like it said on the thumbnail. It has water in it. So well, it didn't have water just now. No, when I record this, it already had like 2 or 3 weeks water in it. But of course, I needed to do a lot of stuff during filling. Took me 4 days, around 4 days, to make all this water, all the osmosis, the DI. RO water. So yeah, I filled the tank with RO water. It was around 1200 liters, like I calculated. So yeah, for you guys in gallons, it's approximately 260 gallons, plus or minus. So yeah, around 260 gallons in the whole system, in the whole sump and tank. So yeah, people told me just fasting about the rockscape that it is not so high. No, it is not so high, and like I explained before, I want to have room for the coral and fish to swim, but also most of my corals I place on separate rocks. So I have some rocks here with corals in, and those are going to go on to the scape later on, so the scape will, or the rocks will get bigger and higher as we fill in corals. So that's said about the rockscape, why it's so low. So, but it's about the water today. So I filled the whole tank with RO water. It took some time, of course, to make all this RO water. And then I plugged in the heater and the pump to let the tank run and warm up to 25 degrees Celsius. What is it, 76 Fahrenheit or 77? I don't know. So, but I let the tank warm, and then at the same time I could check if there are no leaks. So the tank wasn't leaking, but there was one little leak on the return. So the return hose that goes on the return pipe, there was a leak. It wasn't sitting good on the pillar. So I warmed it up with a hair dryer. I warmed it a little up, pushed it more up, and then placed a clamp around it, and that was fixed. So that was the only thing that leaked a little bit, but for the rest, no leaks, working perfect. And yeah, when the tank was on temperature, it was ready to put in the salt. So I used the Aquaforest reef salt, and I mixed it in the sump. I also placed an extra pump, an Aquamatic runner, or DC, no, just a normal, not a controllable pump, doesn't matter, it's 6,000 liters an hour pump. It gives a lot of yeah, push in the water to mix the salt. Is it the best way to mix your salt in the tank? I don't know, but I did it a few times, and then I do it always in the sump if possible, because yeah, you can have some salt, how you say it, it can form a layer on your rocks or on in your sand or on your bottom, and if you do it in the sump, it's only in the sump. So you can take a brush or a scraper and then scrape the small little layer off, and it will also dissolve in the water, and then it's all clean. So that's how I did it, and yeah, it was no problem at all. So the salt or salinity is good now, and yeah, the tank is running. And but I saw when the tank was running that I didn't clean the rocks enough. So I should have cleaned them much better, because a lot of dust was coming off, also the pinkish stuff. And so I decided to start up the protein skimmer and of course that skimmer went crazy. So the Nios 220 went crazy because of the dust from the rocks in the tank, and it started to have even pink foam because of that pinkish stuff on the rocks. But I also took another pump and a media reactor from Aquaforest. I filled it, I stuffed it full of filter floss. So I made my own power filter, and to filter everything out I placed the hose from the skimmer into where the other filter floss is. So if the skimmer was overflowing, then it goes in there in the filter floss and also catches the dirt. So yeah, it took some 2-3 days to filter everything out, and then it was nice and clear. And now the skimmer is still going a little bit crazy, but I can every day I can put a little more air in it. I can open the air valve to let more air in the skimmer without it overflowing like crazy. So we are going on the right track with that. So nothing more now. The tank is running. I do it slowly. I have time, you know, my fish are in here, my corals are in here. They are not running away out of the fish room. So I, with experience with my other tanks, I take my time with this tank, and I feed it with bacteria. So I used, I can take this in the freezer. I used the Bio S from Aquaforest. It are drops, and I every day for the first 15 days, I think, you put 1 drop for each 100 liters water in the tank. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And next video will be about the sand, and it's not just pouring in the sand. Of course we have to rinse the sand, and also we have to do something with that sand to make it ready to put it in the tank. So that's why I didn't put the sand in there straight on. So we have to do something with the sand. So if you want to know what we have to do with that sand before we put it in the tank, then don't forget to subscribe and like and watch the videos. So don't forget the notification bell, then you get a notification when I upload a new video, and then you will see what we have to do with that sand. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.